And our chief political correspondent, John Craig, has the latest from Westminster now on the UK involvement in the strikes on Houthi rebels.
Both the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary, Lord Cameron, have been justifying the attacks that the UK took part in, along with the Americans, earlier in the week, Thursday evening. And pretty tough language, particularly from Lord Cameron, saying that the UK won't hesitate to strike again if there are more attacks on shipping by the Houthis in the Red Sea. First of all, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has given an interview to the Mail on Sunday in which he said this: "I think the world is probably the most unstable it has been in decades. It is also more complex." He says, "My job is to make sure the British people are safe. Can we afford to do these things? We can't afford not to," he says. Well, Lord Cameron goes further, warning about further attacks if the attacks on shipping continue. He is writing in the Sunday Telegraph, in which he says he's described it as nonsense, the Houthi contention. This is all about Israel and Gaza, because he says they've attacked ships from countries all over the world, heading to destinations right across the globe. And Lord Cameron reveals that he praises Rishi Sunak for approving the use of the first set of UK strikes. He said it followed a request from the United States to assist with what he called limited and targeted military action. And he said that the joint action would have gone some way to degrade Houthi capabilities built up with Iranian backing. He talks about targeting sites from which we know the attacks came. We'll have to assess the impact. And Lord Cameron says this, that he says, "We've sent an unambiguous message. What the Houthis are doing is wrong. We're determined to put a step to it. We'll work with our allies. We'll always defend the freedom of navigation." And then he says, and crucially, "We'll be prepared to back words with actions." Well, of course, the government's come under some criticism, not least from the Speaker of the House of Commons, for not informing Parliament before all this was going on, or recalling the House of Commons on Friday. But the Prime Minister has said that he will make a full statement and take questions from MPs as soon as MPs return to the House of Commons after the weekend. Bound to face lots of questions. Worth mentioning, though, that the Leader of the Opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, writing in The Independent on Sunday, has given the government his backing for these strikes by the UK and the Americans.